What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are your hosts, the Distorted Theorists, and we are trying something new. We are doing a little version of Throwback Thursday. It's not a Thursday, but it's a throwback. We are going
Drop
to be...
the Thursday.
I know, it's just throwback.
Whenever.
Yeah. What we're actually going to be doing with this new segment is we are going to be reacting, not really reacting, we are going to
Reviewing,
be...
breakdown.
Even then, we're just going to be discussing some of the movies of yore. Your what, you may ask, of yesteryear, yesteryear, yester something. And the reason that we're doing this is because, you know, there's all the things that are coming out in the future, but we want to look back at the movies that made, well, not even, yeah,
that made this channel, really.
Yes, true. The movies that made us what we are, and just other movies that have just been big over the years. But before we get into that,
as always, if you want to support the channel, we do appreciate it. And, of course, if you want to see more of these throwback trailers of maybe your favorite movies from the past, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave us a comment down below. What recommend some movies? Maybe we've seen them and we're like, let's do a trailer reaction to that. But Peter, today's video is your choice. Blade Runner from 1982. Whew, that's a throwback. I've never seen it. What are we getting into here?
Blade Runner is one of those movies. It was art. It was back when it was released back in the day. It bombed. Really? It was not a commercial success. Apparently, the conditions behind it being filmed were nightmarish. We've heard this. Ridley Scott was directing. He was coming.
Ridley Scott. This explains why you picked it.
Yeah, and Harrison Ford was still coming off.
That explains why you picked it.
He was coming off Indiana Jones and Star Wars. And there's been other things that he was into, but this was one of those.
So this was all around that time.
Yeah, and there's so many versions of this movie too. Like you can look at the final cut. You can watch the director's cut. There's many versions of this movie that really speak to a lot of people. I've got the 4K. I think it's the final cut at home. It's just and it's in 4K.
What?
It looks so good because this, I'm pretty sure this trailer's in 240.
So what I'm gathering is this is somewhat of a cult classic. That's what I like to call that.
This would have been the first time on screen. I think you would have seen something that was really familiar with what we would consider cyberpunk today. It was science fiction, but when you look back on it, it's just the city's grimy. There is an underbelly that just and it's a story that
tell me about that.
It's hard to get into. The gist of the story is that Harrison Ford plays I was going to say a road runner. He is a Blade Runner. He is a detective. He is somebody that hunts down what we know as replicants, and replicants are androids of a sort that replicate humans. They do tasks. They are, I'm not going to use the S word, but they are basically, they're used in mining worlds to do jobs that are too dangerous for humans. But when they become too smart, then they have to be put down because then they're dangerous, they're stronger. So this is what a Blade Runner comes into. And it's not this big action-packed movie. There's a lot of very quiet sections that involve questions of morality, of
ethics,
ethics and morality, of your own mortality, questions about what is real, and it comes from a book. Oh my God, it's by Philip K. Dick. Can't remember what it's called. Something about electric sheep or electric cars. Can't remember. Anyways, it's great. I love it. Not a lot of people do love it. It's a cult classic.
Well, you're making me love it. And there's only one way for me to get up to speed with you, and that is to get into the Blade Runner trailer, reaction, review, and breakdown right now.
See, this is so old school. That's like on an old CRT monitor right there. It's so good. 2019.
Oh,
so this is 5 years ago. 6 years ago.
Oh boy, this is some CGI.
Shot right there.
I need your deck.
I need your deck. See, you can hear it like the sound quality in this. This is what it was in the theater too.
Okay, so this is those replicants you were talking about.
6 replicants, 3 male, 3 female. They slaughtered 20.
A Blade Runner's job is to hunt down replicants. Manufactured humans you can't tell from the real thing.
What's this? Roy Batty.
It's kind of like Terminator.
Probably the leader.
Like,
there was just one outfit making
like not story-wise,
superhuman. The Tyrell Corporation.
You can actually see in the movie the Millennium Falcon.
Mr. Dr. Deckard, Dr. Eldon Tyrell.
I don't get it, Tyrell.
Commerce
We're gonna do it.
is our goal here at Tyrell. More human than human is our motto.
Oh, and see,
So,
look at
her
her
eyes-
eyes.
Looking for
Yeah,
6
that's how you
replicants.
can tell.
This is kind of
That's
giving me
106
Fifth Element
million
vibe
people.
somewhat too.
Yes.
Like the
You ever seen this
world
girl?
building.
This was a vision of the future.
Never seen a buzz off.
Never seen a boys laugh.
What I didn't know was they were looking for me.
I'm wondering if that's actually Harrison Ford.
The movie, like the trailer, is making the movie seem very like raw, like it's very stoic.
Yeah, it's again, there's not explosions.
Yeah.
It's much more conversation, but again, it's art.
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm in a bar here now, down in the fourth sector.
Bar here,
Why don't you come on down here and have a
Didn't
drink?
bring my whip or my
It's not my
blaster.
kind of
He's
place.
grumbling. Is what he's doing.
That's what Harrison Ford does. And that was the other thing. The footsteps. That was big in the
Yeah, the very sound effect.
Boom. See,
Oh!
Time to die.
time to die.
Yeah, that was pretty baller.
Then we get a little bit of a Fallout vibe. He takes that shot terribly, but there's a reason that he took it terribly.
All of the old love interest.
Wait. No. I can't.
Oh yeah, this is. That scene right there, or at least in the trailer, you can get that art that you're talking
And
about.
look at
It's
this.
very
Excuse me,
pitter patter.
I talk to you for a minute?
Oh,
I'm a big fan.
If I may ask, during the are there like aliens or just talking?
He's a damn one-man slaughterhouse.
I'm going home.
hey.
Oh, look at this thing. Okay. Is it pets?
It's funny because watching this trailer now, again, I'm pretty sure that this is like the official trailer. Which again, it shows everything that happens in the movie. But because the movie is so art,
Gotta make sure that name stands out.
In a world.
We never even got in a world.
no, we didn't. That's it. Like, you know, I know what happens in the movie, and it shows a lot, but it doesn't show anything. And that was why trailers back in the day were so good. Like, you
Now
watch
we get the
Endgame,
mini
you're
trailer,
like,
yeah.
oh, yeah, that's everything that's going to be in the movie. There's
Yeah.
the big plot devices.
And now it's even gotten worse. They show you a 3-second trailer before the trailer now, which I don't know when that started. It needs to go
Oh,
away,
yeah.
Hollywood.
The Avengers Endgame trailer starts now.
Yeah, they show like
Why?
anyway,
I thought
don't-
it actually started. No, this is just 5 seconds of the trailer. This is the trailer of the trailer. So why are you showing me this if I've sat down and do it? Because we like to ruin everything
Now,
these days.
after these trailers in these segments that we're doing, we want to precurse from here on. Spoilers are free. The
Yeah.
movie's been out for 40 years. It's okay.
Mhm.
I got questions, if
Uh-huh.
I may.
Mhm.
Why is it called Blade Runner? What's the Blade Runner part? Any?
It's just the term that is given to that detective or
Okay.
police
So
officer.
there is nothing to do with blades or running.
No, there's running. There's running, but in terms of Blade Runner, it just sounded cool.
Okay,
What's your job? I'm a robot hunter. No. What's your job? I'm a Blade Runner. It's,
Okay. Also, I do have a question, just because I'm getting the vibe, and feel free to tell me, because I don't mind. Is Harrison Ford a robot?
No, I can't tell you that.
What? What do you mean?
Because that has been a question forever, and the answer to that is you need to watch Blade Runner 2049 to get the answer to that question.
Well, okay, perfect segue, because I was going to mention something that is a little more my speed. I didn't watch it, but it is a little more my speed with Ryan Gosling, Blade Runner 2049. Came out a couple years ago now, if I do believe.
Came out in 2049.
You've seen it.
Yes.
How does it compare to this one, and where do they stack, and continuity-wise, how are we doing?
Seeing Blade Runner 2049 with the vision of, again, Denis Villeneuve, who then went on to do Dune 1 and 2.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he did this one, and again, he's one of these like visionary one, like in the big shots and everything like that. So seeing something in the 2010s, because it came out in 2018,
Right.
2017. So like the proper CGI shots, like there's shots in this that you can tell were storyboarded in the 80s, but they did it well.
Oh yeah.
They
for,
did it
for
well
the time,
for
what
the,
they had to
absolutely
work
for the time,
with.
right? And seeing that like it's its own story that I'm not going to get into because I'm not going to spoil anything in 2049 because that's the reason, and I feel you should go watch it.
Sure.
The Blade Runner 2049 is approximately 3 to 5 business days long. It is a very long movie. And Blade Runner itself, I think, was just under 2 hours. Again, I talked about the sound design, which made it's a classic.
Well, like you said, I mean, just watching the trailer, you said it right. The artsy, I guess, is the best word we can say. You can tell like those little quick scenes are almost like whimsical, where he floats across the screen. It's like, you can tell he's acting.
There's even the shot when we first run into Deckard, and he's sitting and he's eating noodles at the shop. Now, everything is going on behind him, and he's just sitting there eating his noodles. Nothing else is happening. Or it's when he picks up his paper and he just kind of roughs it. I was like, okay, that's like the old film noir stuff. Like, nothing is happening, but everything is happening because there's so much going on in the scene. And it's just a shot of like, I don't know, just eat some noodles. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I was Han Solo. And he does this thing, and then there's these shots where he's in his apartment, and the light is shining in from his blinds, and then there's like the fan that's going
doing the thing.
And so there's this smoke that's coming up from his vape. It's 2019. I don't know what it's going to be. And it's just at the going in front of him, and that's
so like 90s movie. I know this is 80s, but
it's so good.
They carried that right through.
People hate this movie too. There are a lot of people out there who like, I don't understand it because it's not, and it's people
niche.
love it too.
It's niche.
Exactly. It's niche. It just falls into something. For me, it's great sci-fi. I like it because I'm supposed to, you know. And I know there's tons of people out there who watch the channel locally who Blade Runner is up like number 3, number 2 on their list. And I wish I could get into it more. I wish I could have an hour to talk about it, because you know what we should do one time? We should just watch Blade Runner and just have our on this scene. Well, this is where Vigo breaks his toe when he kicks this. When he kicks the helmet across.
You can solo that one, all right?
Oh man, such a long video.
Well, with everything you just told us, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that Peter has explained enough to you that maybe you want to take the time and go join that cult of Blade Runner that we just talked about. I mean, I could see where people would enjoy it. So maybe there's someone watching right now who's going to give it that second look.
Has it inspired you? Like, no, legit. Like, I know we could go in here like, I'm totally going to go watch this. Do you think that Blade Runner is something that you would go watch?
Myself? Probably not.
You?
Well, we keep it real. Listen, you're going to see movies from me that you're going to be like, that looks stupid.
And that's fair. Like,
I'm not saying it looks stupid. I just don't think it's my niche. And that's just being honest with you.
I'm just going to have to do the whole Clockwork Orange and just... I don't know if that's a reference you get.
No, not really. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining our trailer reaction review and breakdown for Blade Runner, the 1982 film. As always, if you want to support the channel and you want to carry along and see more throwbacks on a random day of the week, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because me and Peter were on our way to 10K. And with that, I am the real Jussy.
I am Deckard Cain, and like we always say, it's not Deckard Cain. Oh my God, that's from Diablo. I've screwed it up. Oh no! Keep it real.